What's up, guys?
Good evening and happy Tuesday. Happy Fat Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever Tuesday you are celebrating.
Yo, my glasses are. Oh no, why I never get my glasses? They're in the room.
I don't know.
I think they're in the room. Grab 'em. Yep,
Happy
grab my
Tuesday,
glasses. What's up,
everybody.
everybody? Uh, I've got a very interesting conversation I want to talk to you guys about. So y'all come on in. I'm gonna grab my glasses and be right back.
Okay. It happens to me every Tuesday. Every time we get on live, I get sleepy all of a sudden. So, gotta liven up. How's everybody's weekend? Everybody's week thus far? I hope it's been well. Mine has been well. Super busy, but well. Um, Again, it's what, March 1st? Ugh, the year seems to be flying past, and the weather, the schizophrenic weather, is getting on my nerves. One minute it's cold, the next minute it's pollen all over the car.
These are not the glasses I'm looking for, but we'll see if they'll do.
So, what's going on, people? Let's see. All right, if you're chiming in, let us know that you are on. Hello, hello.
Yeah, it's a little better. These got a little thing too.
Are they in the car? The
I think
truck?
so.
Mhm.
All right. Clean these just. Try to
Hey, Diane, how you
What up,
doing?
Diane? Y'all come on
Yes,
in.
you made it. You made it, girl. You made
Who's
it,
that?
Diane.
Huh?
That's my friend Diane. Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a good. Well, I think it's a good conversation. I think Marquita may think that I've. I hope you don't think that I'm beating a dead horse with this conversation, but it's just something that continues to interest me, plague my mind, or something. But anyway, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, I feel like my voice is louder.
Than mine or just period?
Period. But all right, you're tuning in for the very first time. I'm Jared,
I'm Marquita.
and this is How to Make Love Work. What's up, Dana?
Hey, Dana. Conversations with Jared and Marquita.
Yeah, so we do this every single Tuesday night for the most part, and
8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m.
Eastern Standard
Yes.
Time.
So anyway, so we talk about relationships, whether you're married or single, divorced, ready to mingle, whether you are swiping on the different apps to get a date, or whether you have been in the game and in a marriage for years and years and years. So it's all about relationships. So that's what this is all about. So share this, tag somebody, let somebody know that we are on.
Hey, Jessica.
I'm gonna tag it real quick before we get started. While we are getting ready to begin,
Jared has something, like he said, that's been plaguing his mind. It's just been bothering him. So he wants to talk about it tonight. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. What are you sharing it?
yeah. So before we do that, does there anybody y'all got any kind of question or topic or something that y'all want to throw at us before we begin talking about the subject for tonight? What's in the news right now?
Prayers for Ukraine,
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
definitely Ukraine. What's up, Shamika?
Hey, baby mama.
So Ukraine, Putin is going absolutely bananas over in Ukraine. To me, it's a whole Adolf Hitler situation
Hmm.
all over again. So we're definitely praying for the families there. What else going on in the news?
Of course, there's another strand of COVID.
Is it
Hmm. So
really?
another strand
What strand?
similar to the Omicron 2.
Oh wow,
Let's see, dating after trauma.
dating
Hmm,
after trauma.
that's a good topic.
To be quite honest with you, I think the majority of us fit in
Hmm.
that category
Yeah, because
where
trauma
we,
is broad. Is
yeah,
broad.
maybe scoot up a touch, where we date after trauma. And is that trauma? Oh,
Yeah. Hmm.
sorry. Is that
Every time.
is that dating trauma or just life trauma? You know,
Hey,
uh,
Jared.
what up? yeah, what kind of trauma are you talking about? Because you have all types of trauma, but I think
Hmm.
most of us, that's what complicates a relationship because we're trying. That baby all over on top of me. I can't
Oh,
breathe.
well,
We
you can't breathe. What?
that's the complication of a relationship is that we're trying to navigate
Hmm.
um, a relationship trying with trauma in
Yeah.
our individual personal lives.
Hmm.
And that's life. I mean, that's gonna. She says family, so family
No,
trauma.
that's Danny B saying, "What's up, family?"
Oh, I'm sorry. What up? What up, Danny? But yeah, that's what relationships are. You are trying to navigate a relationship, be in love, be compatible, and
Right.
compromise, and learn
Hmm.
yourself, and learn your partner, and all of that uh, through the individual trauma that you have yourself. All
Hmm.
right. So Diane says both. I've found recently that I love black men and desire to be with a black man, but I do not trust black men.
Mm.
Are you black? Is she black?
Yeah, I think she's Jamaican.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me look. Because I've got a friend who is all white
Hmm.
and she just got a divorce. I think after a 10 year or some type of year marriage, and now she only wants. Oh, she's Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Okay, now she
Hmm.
only wants, but she only wants black men. This white girl,
Mm.
and she's got two kids, two white girls, two white children, and she's Southern Baptist, white bread, suburbia, and now she wants a black man. And now you saying you don't trust black men. What up, Marcellus?
Hey,
So
and Miss Mary. Hey.
what up, Miss Mary? So let me go back. So she says both. I found recently that I love black men. I desire to be with a black man, but I do not trust black men. So, so a lot of
It's a
things come to
lot.
mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause it's a lot
Why black? I mean, why is there a race distinction there?
on not trusting that man or
Black men.
overall. Hmm.
It may be that you don't trust men.
Period.
Why is it that you seem to categorize it as not trusting black men?
Right.
Yeah, I need some help with that. Trying to understand that. That's a good question. I mean, we can keep
Hmm.
talking about it. That's anybody got anything they want to add to that? So Diane says, "What up, kid?"
Hey, Ken.
So Diane says that she's had some trauma. I'm assuming trauma in relationships,
Hmm.
and she loves black men, want to be with a black man, but doesn't trust black men. What you gonna do? You want to be a black man, you love black men. What you gonna do? So let me help you.
Ooh, that's
I'm
complex.
sure you're writing. I hope you are typing to help us out. But you have a trust issue.
Hmm.
Period.
Hmm.
That doesn't just start with men and not just black men. So I'm gonna rewind that. You don't have an issue just with black men or just with men. You have a trust issue. Period. And it is finding itself in your relationships that happen to be with men who happen to be black. You want anything to that?
No, that was perfectly said. Um,
Now you keep talking. I'm
I was gonna see
I'm
if
gonna dig
let's
on in there.
let's just wait for her
Oh,
to
I'm gonna dig on in there.
wait for her to respond, so we can get her take on it.
All right, here we
Maybe
go.
she agrees, maybe
It
she
says,
doesn't.
because that's all who I've been surrounded by, men wise.
Mhm.
And the hurt have come from them, from
Mhm.
childhood, starting with my father, as I told you,
Mhm.
to adulthood, past relationships. Yeah. So you
Mhm.
don't have a problem with black men. That's all you know is black men. That's all you have been with black men. So it's not distinctive to black men. You don't have a problem with men. You have a trust problem that started way before you got into a relationship with any man or any
Loving,
loving relation,
right? Uh,
intimate
Intimate
relationship.
relationship. Yeah.
And so this relationship, this trust issue started in your
Childhood.
childhood,
Mhm.
obviously, seemingly with your father.
Mhm.
So yeah, so
Just
I wouldn't, huh?
copper cheeks said, "Miss
Uh,
me."
so I wouldn't say that. So my advice to you is stop telling yourself that you don't trust black men.
Right. Because the more you say it and speak it out loud, you start to believe that, and then that's what sits in you, which is why you can say it so freely, because that's what you start believing. I don't trust black men.
Right. And then now you give black men a bad name
Hmm.
because of
Your trust issue.
your, watch this, because of your trust issues that will continue to come up in every relationship that you enter in, that have happened to be black men. It's they may have definitely been foul.
Hmm.
They may have definitely done some very hurtful things, and those things were uh, partly because of what's happening in you.
Hmm.
And they will continue to happen this way, whether black, Puerto Rican, white, Irish, whatever, or even if you decide I don't like men no more, I'm gonna go to women. The same types of things are going to continue to happen because it's not external, it's an internal.
Yes. Well,
All
that's
right.
that's something you really need to dig into, um, and try to figure out, exactly what the root is, and then figure out the steps how to overcome that, how to progress in life with knowing that there was a trust issue there, but overcoming that.
Right. So, as Marcella said, self-sabotage. Now, this is not the topic for that I intended to talk on tonight, but I do have a story time for this topic. I think this topic is pretty good. Usually, all the topics that come up anyway are topics that you guys bring up, whether it's through our inbox or somebody called us or text us, or
Mhm.
even like now how Diane is. All right, so let me read what Ken said. Ken said, in that case, I can't stand black women because of my ex-wife. That mother sucker was a different breed. Just messing. I love my queens. But I mean, truth be told, though, Ken, like any of us, like Diane, yourself, going through a hard relationship definitely causes you to, well, can give you a bitter taste in your mouth.
Yeah, with people, just people in general, and then especially if you're in a like you said, a relationship with someone, it'll cause you to put everyone in the same scope. And I mean, it's not fair to yourself, and it's definitely not fair to the rest of the people.
Right. So, story time.
Well,
We need to have. I always say that we need to have a little thing that when we say story time, there's this sound or something. You remember?
a bell.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
story time. Anyway, story time. So I was about. What's wrong? I was about. I guess I was about 18 when I graduated high school, and I met this girl in college. I was probably still 18. Yeah, I was still 18 when I met her, and we started a relationship. This probably was probably
Yeah, let's go.
let's go. Exactly. Who
Hey,
who we got
Shima.
this?
Oh,
Yeah, Shima.
Shima.
What up, Shima? So we were just really feeling one another. I'm trying to see. Yeah, we were just really feeling one another. We had a little more freedom because we were at least of age. Um, Now to think about it, she was getting her GED, and I had just graduated high school.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, so we were in our relationship, but I had a lot of insecurities. Ooh, a lot of insecurities.
So that's why she was at the college.
Hmm.
Okay.
She was at the college getting her GED. I'm just not remembering that.
Mm.
But anyway, I had a lot of insecurities, and which we all do, right? And so I'm sure she probably had hers as well. But if I was connecting to you, if I was connecting to you to be the girl in my life, uh, then I put my focus solely on you. And at that time, I was trying to be more grown than I was. So I was trying to control everything. It was almost like, a lot of people do this in college where you my wife, so you got to do everything for me, and I got to do everything for you. You know what I mean? And a lot of college students are like that.
Well,
You
they go
got,
to school going to find their wife or their husband or whatever.
but then it's
Hmm.
almost like their first possession. You know what I mean? You my girlfriend or I'm your boyfriend, and we doing stuff together. We, driving our own little cars together. So you almost feel like you
You're an
grown. You ain't.
adult.
Yeah,
You're
you ain't.
you
Nope, you
grown,
ain't grown.
grown. Yeah.
And so anyway, uh, I wanted to control everything. You know what I mean? I wanted to know where she was going. I wanted to know who she was with, and so on and so on. And she obliged as much as she could, and we had went out of town, and I didn't want her around nobody, and we didn't like anybody. I was just, oh gosh, I was just controlling and going through.
Jesus, let it out.
But with that, it was if I was around. If I'm not around, then I still want to know where you are and what you're doing. I did anyway. Then. But what was the problem was that I had some trust issues of my own prior to ever meeting her. Right?
Mm.
Because for one, like in my home, we moved a lot, and we didn't know sometimes we were going to eat that night. We didn't know if the repo man was coming to get the car. And a lot of my insecurities probably came from like we didn't have a phone. We never had a phone in our house growing up. And so with us never having a phone in our house, we didn't have cable, we didn't have a phone. Most times we didn't have a car. And so, but we were supposed to be this family, and so we kind of kept people at bay, although we had kept people around. So we faking the funk. You know what I mean? We don't need you to really know the real truth. Like I had a whole girlfriend in high school, which ended up being my first daughter's, my first child's mother, where I would go to the payphone every day to call her, during after school hours and all that. She never knew that I was going to the payphone because I gave her the number to the payphone. And she would call it. So anyway, so those created insecurities. So it's almost like that chihuahua. I don't need you to get too close to my realities. And so I'm barking all the time. You know what I mean? Because then you're gonna see that I'm not as together as I may seem to be together. You know what I mean? And so those insecurities are now coming out with her because I'm putting on whatever front I'm putting on, and maybe you're getting a little too
Too
close,
close,
or
yeah.
whatever the case may be. So these are trust issues. The trust issues again came from we didn't ever know if we were going to be eating. We didn't ever know if sometimes if dad was coming home. We didn't know if we were going to be able to get to this event or that event because we didn't have a car. And then we
So that created a lot of anxiety and distrust and just, I mean, you was, I want to say unsure,
right.
unsurety, but I
Hmm.
mean, you were a pretty confident guy, but like you
I
said,
was
that was
very
that
confident.
was that chihuahua.
Right. I was very confident in me, but and that's why I needed everything to be in my control.
Right.
Because as I was growing up, it wasn't in my control, and so I didn't know how this was going to turn out, how that was going to turn out, if I was going to be able to do this, if I wasn't going to be able to do that. So now I have it in my control, so I need everything in my control so that I can continue to be the confident guy that I wanted to be. And so that created all of these particular trust issues that had me just barking and fussing and carrying on all the time, which she was just as crazy as I was, but it was because we were both young, but it tore up our relationship. I don't need to go further about the whole trip we had, but it was just trust issues. And at that time, I'm probably thinking of she just this and she just that and all that. But it was I didn't. She didn't know me. I didn't know her to say she was or she wasn't. It ended bad, where she abandoned me in a whole state that I knew not of. But and that was the trauma. But that abandoning me was probably she wanted to get rid of the anxiety that our relationship created because I came into the relationship with all of these insecurities and trust
Or red
issues.
flags is just.
Yeah, these insecurities and these trust issues, and trying to have a relationship. So anyway,
Dude, that was heavy.
that was what.
That was heavy.
But see, that's what people really need to understand. What the hell are you coming into the relationship with?
Besides things, what do you bring to the table? I got this, I got that, I have this degree, I have this job, I have that. I will go. What about you personally?
Yeah,
What's going on the inside?
because you got some
In that little
stuff.
brain of yours, yeah. What are you bringing? Who are you?
Right.
That's coming to the table.
Exactly.
Like,
What is your past made of? Because you are coming to the table with all of that, and they are not about to deal with how fine you are. They are about to deal with how messed up you are. And all of us are freaking messed up. Would you agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody has issues. So he says what baggage. Marcella says baggage. Everybody has.
Wait a minute. Jessica says I would have left you too.
Yeah.
But for one, let me tell you something. Being with me was always beautiful. Being with me was a great thing. Being with
You
me,
didn't just describe it.
huh?
You didn't just describe it.
Yeah, but she was still with me. She couldn't get enough of my crazy behind.
Ooh, yeah.
And then she wanted me back,
Boop.
and I had to move on. and told us you better not come back
You was
because I
mean,
had to
man.
move on.
Ooh, child.
I'm not. I mean,
Anyway,
I was all messed up. However, I've always been a good dude, and I've always been one. Did you see that?
just kids are
Right, toxic.
toxic.
Right. I'm not making relationship talk, but I was always. See, that's the problem. I was a good dude, but I was a good dude with a whole lot of baggage.
Mhm.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
yeah, but like we were saying, most people come into the relationship with
What's up?
past trauma, with past hurts. Stop. Past trauma, past hurts, and then stuff that they're actually dealing with now, and they feel like I need someone to help make me whole or help heal me. That whole thing. And our energies need to collide, and chemistries and all that stuff. But they don't take the time to actually figure out what is going on with me so that when I do meet somebody, I can say, listen, I like you. This was up. What? You
Yo,
acting
yo, yo.
shy. So you can talk to that person and let them know this is me. This is the real me. It's not like you don't want to scare them off, but you do want to have real, authentic conversations with the person that you're in a relationship or are trying to be in a relationship with, and say this is what's up.
But I would say that that's quite difficult to come into the relationship and start saying, "Hey, this is what I got going on. This is what I got going on." Because I mean, let's face it. Like when we got into a relationship,
I'm talking about people that when you're starting to cross that little line of being serious.
me too.
Okay, go
I mean,
ahead.
because when we got in relationship, we shared our lives,
Mhm.
our childhoods and all that,
Mhm.
but we just talking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So to be honest with you, I really think you need Marquita and I, or somebody like us, that can help you navigate from a counseling standpoint what is actually happening. Because Marquita told me a whole lot of stuff. Nothing. I don't know. There's not much that I don't know about when she grew up, and there's not much she probably doesn't know about when I grew up. But not having the expertise
Mhm.
to understand what all that means to you right now
All right. What
and
we're
how
stating.
that equates as your baggage right now.
Mhm.
It's just swapping stories.
Good. True. That is true.
Yeah,
That is
so
true.
um, uh, I really, for one, I advocate for counseling because it helps. It helps because you do need to
Mhm.
understand, especially you getting serious. You need to understand, try to understand what you're
Right. What are
getting
you
into.
What are you planning to get into? And because you're gonna build on top of all that. If you're in a serious relationship, so you want to make sure your foundation is firm.
Right.
And at first, you understand what are you pouring? What is this? This
Because
is plaster or is this
mhm.
cement? What is happening?
Because for the most part, it's this. Oh gosh, that was 20, almost 22 years ago. And so I didn't know what I just was able to share with you all now about my upbringing and how that created anxieties and emotions and insecurities and da 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 in me that led into the relationship when I was 18. I didn't understand
Mhm.
at 18.
Mhm.
And you would have never been able to get that from me in conversation
Right.
because I didn't feel that way then. I'm
Mhm.
good. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's always easier, hindsight. It's always clearer, I should
Right.
say, hindsight.
Hindsight or another's
Somebody else
sight.
on the outside
Right.
looking in. Correct. Mhm.
All right. It can help,
Mhm.
but you have to help it work as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So here's one of the things I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about two things. One, the the dynamics of relationships where it seems as if men are giving the most and women are giving the least. One topic. Second topic, which is likely the first topic will lead into the second topic, is what do you believe the greatest need for a man is? All right. So here's where I get that from. Uh, just certain things will pop out to me. Like I saw someone that was celebrating their 10-year wedding anniversary today, and the wife said, he said one. We're gonna talk about both of them. And so the wife said, celebrate my 10-year anniversary, and he proposed to me all over again. Which that's so magical, that's beautiful. But in my little mind, my mind is always a little different than most. I'm thinking to myself, so he is now once again, What up, Cedric? We can now start talking. We can now
Elizabeth.
start having a real up with it down. Uh, my mind went to this. He's again, the man again is about to now uh, do another over the top, very beautiful expression of his love. What's up,
Hey,
Joshua?
Joshua.
Um, Toward his wife and propose again.
Hmm.
So my thing is, okay, now this is the second time he's expressing his love in an over the top, very beautiful way to her.
Hmm.
Is that ever going to return? Like, why is it that it seems that the men are the ones who seem to do these huge expressions of love uh, toward the women, and the women are receivers. They receive. So somebody said, I remember somebody saying this, that men are givers, women are receivers by nature. And if you give a woman a seed, then she receives it, but she gives you back a child.
Hmm.
You know, or if you give a
So it's
woman,
almost like you're depositing something in me, and this
right,
is what you're gonna get.
if you give a woman a house, she'll give you back a home. That's cute, but
But it's true too, though.
huh?
It's true.
It's 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 possible.
It's true. Well, for the most, I guess it depends on the people,
Exactly. So
the person.
just because the man is giving doesn't mean automatically you're going to get this back, right? And then not only that, even if that is very true, 100% true, a man also wants to be a receiver as well
Yeah.
of expressions of love.
Yeah.
Like how often do you see? Y'all tell me, maybe I'm just wrong. How often do you see where the woman creates a candlelit dinner? He says, how often do
And
you?
Marcella said.
Who?
Marcella said something.
Oh, Marcelo says, I think most females feel like they shouldn't have to return that feeling. All right,
Mm.
that's from a guy.
Hmm.
Rakia says, what's up, Rakia?
Hey, girl.
Just as the man with grand gestures. Is something else more than that? Okay,
Mm-mm.
because and Marcella says because we are men. So here's the thing: how often do you see where the woman creates this big candlelight dinner with rose petals leading from the door to wherever, you know what I mean, in the house? That's usually done from the woman. Now I'm not saying all women, but that's more than likely usually done by the woman. You know, even when in the proposal, he proposes, which I get it. You know,
It's
he wants.
done by the man for the woman.
It's
You
done
saying
by the
by?
man. I might say it wrong.
Yeah.
Done by the man for
Mm.
the woman.
Mm.
Even in the proposal, she gets flowers. She gets
Mm.
candy. She gets a beautiful dinner, and she gets a big old ring, and he gets a hug.
He gets a yes. He gets a
He gets
wife.
a yes for a whole full life of responsibility to keep doing this over and over and over again. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Your her response cannot just be sex.
Now
Like you
that's
can't
true.
just
Because
continue
most
to.
most women think that's what it is. Let me just toot it all over, and that'll be it.
Right, because you know, uh, you gotta think about it. Like he may have bought her a bag for this occasion, and then some shoes for this occasion, and then some earrings for this occasion. And if he goes and buy her earrings for every one of those occasions, like, hey, you bought me earrings each time. You keep buying me earrings every single time. Like you can't keep buying me earrings, right? And the woman's gonna get aggravated with that. Like every time we have something, you always buy me candy and flowers and a bag or candy and flowers and $100. Like you did that every time. We had 14 events this year, and every time you bought me candy, flowers, and $100. Like this old, I don't want that. It's
Hmm.
just the same situation. Every time for the woman, every time the event, you give me your vagina. Well, I had that for two Taco Tuesday. I mean, like, why is it a big thing because it's an event? You can't just keep reciprocating me with vagina.
Hmm.
Does that make sense, or is that just me?
No, no, that's true. That's I mean I agree with your sentiment. I agree with it. Um I think I mean it goes back to I think it's just society painting that picture that this is what a man is supposed to do for his woman, or this is what you're supposed to do for the person that you love and that you want to, like the person that, if I want you to be my spouse, this is what I'm supposed to do in order to get you to say yes or whatever. I saw that someone said they do just because gifts. That's very nice. That's almost like it's a balance, I should say. It's a balance. This he does for you, so you do for him. I can understand that. But for the most part, it's mostly about women, like you said, receiving. And we don't. I have never heard a explanation that I deemed was acceptable from a woman. Besides, that's what you're supposed to do.
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry.
I have never heard a answer to this question that was acceptable from a woman, in my opinion, from a woman. Besides, you're supposed to do that, or if you want this, you need to give up the coins,
If you
stuff
want
like
what?
that.
Be clear.
This tail,
Right.
then you need to, give up the coins. That's what we've seen. I mean, from yay high growing up. If a man want to do this for a woman, if he want to make the woman happy, if he wants the woman to make him happy, then he needs to go all out. And at times it's not reciprocated. What did Danielle say?
Okay. That was good, Marquita. So what's up, Erica?
Hey, Erica.
Let me go back and share what others have said as well. So Jocelyn says my husband sees it often from me. I guess those type of
Okay.
gestures,
Mhm.
which is excellent. Now that is to me that is not the majority.
Mhm.
Jessica says I feel like it depends on the man. Some men don't like grand gestures.
That's
Rakia
true
says
too.
he gets a wife. All right. Marcella says sex isn't everything. It does help.
Marcellus. Mhm.
Yeah, Marcella says sex isn't
Okay.
everything. It does help. Even Ken says I need more with sex.
Yeah.
All right. So Danielle says this. I find men are less vocal
Mhm.
about wanting grand gestures. They are more vocal about sex.
That's a good point.
And Rakia uh, agrees with that.
That is a very good point.
Ken and I disagree.
I mean, you guys
Now,
are the
we're
few.
men, so
You're
let us
men, but
men
you're the
tell you
few.
about men.
Okay, go ahead and speak on it.
Now, first off, let's go back to what Danielle said. She said, I find men are less vocal about wanting grand gestures.
Mhm.
The truth be told, there's not many women that I've dated and now are married to that ever said to me that they wanted a grand gesture. You've never said to me, I want a big nothing,
Mhm.
a grand gesture.
Mhm.
So the women that I've dated and been around, my sisters and all of them, maybe one of them won't. Maybe one of them has that. I want big dresses. Anyway, but most of them, my mother included, have never vocalized wanting a big grand gesture.
Mhm.
Yet men see a woman that he wants to love on,
Mhm.
and it just comes out of him towards her, whether she's asked for it or not.
I mean, it goes. Ooh, it's even in. I guess not trying to.
So don't defend.
No, I ain't defending, but you think about it. It's even in the animal kingdom. If you look at I've been looking at some documentaries, but Planet Earth, it's always the male animals that has to try to get the female's attention because there are other males out here. The lion, even the little bird that does a little dab, or the one that has the blue breast. They want to flex. So the woman can say, okay, you might be the one, but I don't know. He might have a little more money than you, but you seem like you could be a better provider. I don't know. So it's I think it's innate,
Yeah,
and
that's
it built into the man. However, like you said, there are men that still would like to
so. Wait.
receive as
So
well.
so so in that, you're absolutely incredibly correct. I'm gonna get back to that in a second. Now, as we were saying, as far as the she hadn't asked for grand gestures, and
Hmm.
yet she gets it. And so the thing, well, he has to ask for it because often women feel like you're just supposed to know anyway. And so
We're growing.
yeah, and so it's not that he hasn't asked for it.
Hmm.
A man wants to know that you love, adore, and will ride or die for him,
Hmm.
just like a woman does.
Hmm.
So a man doesn't have to ask you for a big grand gesture, and our grand gestures are different. Because
Yes, I was gonna
truth
say
be
that.
told, I mean, now not that a man is feminine, but he may not mind rose petals and all that from the front door to the room. Because
But see,
one,
with that, when a woman sees that, for the most part, it's just like, oh my God, you love me. When a man sees that, it's like Mr. Nasty Time.
yeah, and a woman sees that too. She understands what that means.
But
But
not on time.
but this is what I'm saying. But the point of that is that you thought of me.
Right.
The point of that is, in that man's mind, I don't even ever have to wonder or to, why you do this every week, son? Good night, son.
Good night, baby. Love you.
I don't have to wonder
Put my child up, baby.
whether or not you love me, you like me, you are thinking of me, I'm on your mind because you did this gesture. For a man, when you do this gesture, whatever it is, that girl, that woman was thinking about me. That I'm on her mind. She can't get enough of me. That is what, you know what I mean? That is what that means. It's not about whether it's gonna lead to sex or not. It's forget
You're
the sex
thinking about
thing
me.
first. It's about I know she's on. I mean that she likes me. I know she wants me. I know she's thinking about me. The same thing. It's that the mantra or the adage that um, it's the thought that counts goes both freaking ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And however, here's a society. The society. I'll read what y'all said. The society. Like I just saw Nick Cannon challenge where he's doing a babyface song. How it go?
As soon as I get home from work.
What's
I'll pay your rent and buy your clothes. I cook your dinner too.
right? So he's saying I'll pay your rent, I'll buy your clothes, I'll cook you. This is a man. So I'll cook your dinner. I'll do this as long as you twerk.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got all these girls twerking so that he can pay her rent, buy her clothes, cook her dinner, da da da. And that may be sound hilarious, but that is the culture that we live in now.
Because back in the day, as soon as he get home from work, he gonna do all this extra stuff. That's what the lyrics say. I'll pay your rent, I buy your clothes, I cook your dinner as soon as I get home from work.
Right. But now the culture is as long as I have my lace front wig right, and I got my baby hair laid down, and I got my nails like they should be, and I got my Fashion Nova outfit, and I got my breasts lifted, and I got my Brazilian butt and all that, then
And everything is waxed.
and everything is waxed, then I'm ready to be shocked for a man because this is all I need to do. This is my number one focus is to be this twerking sexual being for the man to give me all this other stuff. And then so that way she comes into a relationship, she don't know nothing. She don't know nothing. I was about to say something. She don't know nothing. And she's not going to give nothing back to you. She's not going to give consideration back to you. She's not going to give true love back to you because her prized possession is her fake body. It's her, and maybe everything is real, the breast real, butt real, and all that. But it's her false self. You know what I mean? Because it's her pseudo surface self. Because all she is the twerking club drinking got
a IG social life. Yeah.
right. That's all she is. So, and with that is going to come a lot of jealousy. It's going to come a lot of hatred. It's going to come being spoiled. It's going to come surface, and it's going to come disloyalty.
And then comes anxiety and depression and insecurity. All that's tacked on because I'm doing everything that I see. So why is it not happening for me?
And not only that, but when she grabs her a man, in her mind, this is how you get a man, and she doing it too. She doing it too. She doing it too. We all doing the same thing. So I know he can't just be looking at me, and so I've got to make sure that I do more of it. Or either I got to fuss and argue and scream and be jealous because you looked at her and her, which all y'all have the same.
Everybody look alike.
Yeah, and y'all got the kind of same mentality. And the problem with that on the opposite side is that that's what the men have been bred to think too.
Right.
Let me go and be responsible, get money, or sell drugs, whatever you do. Have whatever you need to do to have your money, and go find you a prized possession that
A
can
bad bee, a boss bee,
right,
a trophy chick, all of that.
That the songs described, like the song
Mhm.
Fun. Do this with anyway.
Mhm. Don't talk about it.
And that's what you expect her to do.
Mhm.
You don't expect her to be a woman. You expect her to be a nasty Megan Stallion, social media chick.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And with that, you definitely don't get much from her because she doesn't. She's not been bred to give. She's been bred to
Take,
perform.
take, 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 and perform. Yep.
So here we are again. Now you have this generation of men who are men, my generation, even older and even younger, who uh, are giving, 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 and not receiving as much as they're giving or at the level that they're giving. And then watch it. Don't lose your thought.
Mhm.
You have that guy who meets this other girl that reciprocates. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Here, I bought you a card because I appreciate it when you block, block, block with your business. You came and, did some business for me,
Mhm.
and I appreciate that she bought a card. And he's like, whoa, I don't never
Mhm.
get no card. I don't get
Mhm.
nobody to actually say thank you. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Or, whatever the case may be. You cut my son's hair, and I just wanted to, say how much I appreciated it.
Mhm.
And here's a gift card just for you to go out to lunch.
Mhm.
Whoa,
They feel like they feel noticed for what they actually have to offer,
right,
like their talent, something that's innate about them
right,
versus their wallets or their
right.
pockets.
And then
We got
now
a lot of comments.
he's with a woman, and then now his attention, and you say every man cheat. Well, his attention is now, it's not
Diverted.
just his attention, or he sees somebody else he can have sex with, but it's somebody that actually sees him. Does
Mhm.
that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole like my attention is starting to divert now because I'm getting noticed and I'm getting attention. My confidence is being fed. What are they saying?
All right. So let's go to the comment. I feel like they shouldn't have to. Okay, I'm way too far. Oh, all right.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Go back to
Uh,
what Danny said right there. Oh
oh,
no, we said it.
yeah, we
Okay.
said that. So, okay, wait a minute. So let me go back to what Danny said. She says they are more vocal about sex.
Mhm.
It's probably true that they are more vocal about sex is because that's what they have been taught from you and maybe some guys that that's what you're supposed to get from her. Of course, he wants sex. That's a desire that he has, and he doesn't, and he knows that from videos and from the culture, that's what you are. You're the sex giver. I get sex from you. I
And
mean,
you
I get
mine. You're my possession now.
right,
So when I want sex, you welcome to.
right, and now that is faulty thinking from him, but it's true. Yeah, it's true. All right, so let's see what else they're saying. You with this, Marquis?
Yeah, come on.
All right, Johnson says, look, that goes back to the saying, what one man won't do, another one will.
That's like the whole picking.
Right.
Hmm.
Um, Danielle says, me and Lance have grand gesture competitions all the time, but I think that is because we don't seek it from each other.
Uh,
So you do seek it from each other. It may not be the demand of grandiose gestures, but you seek the attention
and the gesture of
and
appreciation
a
and
gesture of
love.
appreciation and love, the
Hmm.
expression of love. You
Right.
seek that. You demand that. You don't demand how it has to come.
Right. You
But
don't throw no tantrums in that
right, but
type of
it
stuff.
is it is a demand.
Hmm.
But again, it doesn't have to come through 8 pairs of shoes.
Hmm.
But you demand that expression of love and attention, and that you have me on your mind, and I'm the apple of your eye. All right.
Hmm. Hey, Troy.
What up, Troy? Diane says you know too much. Yeah, I know a lot more than you think I know. Uh, Ken says straight silicone. No, ma'am. I like all natural, but still nasty.
Ken, no filter.
Ken says I like all naturals, but still nasty. And let me tell you something. Most men do. Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
Most men
That's
do.
that lyric was true. A lady in the street, freaking the bed.
Now I'm not talking about just
But
that.
that's
I'm talking about the natural part.
oh yeah, that too.
We don't. I mean, it's cool that you got the bundles, but we don't care about that.
Every now and again, they like, I want to see you.
And you probably get more guys hollering at you when you don't have those bundles in, and you got your sweatsuit on, and you got your natural hair out, and just lip gloss.
But then it's an issue because what if that person, that's they get hollered at or whatever, and that's just their comfortable thing. Well, then it's like, why you don't keep yourself up? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? And they have to come. They feel like the women have to feels like I have to compete with all these other IG models and IG females out here. So now I gotta put on my hair and I gotta get my eyebrows on. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And
That
that's
is
competition.
a woman that is insecure and who is not sure of herself, because
Hmm.
that woman who may get that from a guy saying, "Why you do this?" And if she comes back with him, "This is who I am," and she actually takes care of this, not just throw it together,
Right.
but she takes care of her natural self, and he sees how she takes care. That's what he wants. He wants confidence, and he wants to the taking care of.
I would say it's not just insecurity. It could be, I mean, just lack. They just weren't taught. You weren't taught to properly groom yourself to look presentable at all times, especially when you're going out, so to speak, or you weren't properly taught to, take
Right.
care of yourself, make yourself look desirable for yourself, and then also for others.
Yeah, Jessica says I agree all natural. All right, so I'm a Rakia. What's up, Rakia? I don't usually disagree with you,
Whatever.
but I'm going. I mean, this is you've been knowing me for a long time. You can't be around me and I'm not combating something you say. So here's my combating what Rakia says. In most of our relationships, we are both putting in and getting back. It may not be in the same way. So most people will say that and say, well, the woman, she's doing this, she's a mother, she's the wife, she got to be this, she got to be that, she got to keep the house clean, she got to da 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 da, which is perfectly fine.
A man can say the same
Man can
thing.
say the exact same thing. And here's
Hmm.
the other thing. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about your being a responsible person to your responsibilities like a mother or a house and all that. That ain't for me. I'm talking about because those rose petals and proposing to you again is specifically for you.
Well, I'm just gonna say it. Most women are not gonna propose to you.
I mean
Okay.
that's cool. They ain't got to propose, but I'm saying that proposal
Hmm.
is specifically for her. When he proposed again on the
Hmm.
10th year, that was for her. That
Hmm.
wasn't for the family. And I cook and I clean, I take care of all this,
Hmm.
and I keep your the clothes clean, and we keep the bills paid. You don't know what bills we got because I'm paying. Okay, that's cool. That's for us. I'm talking about a gesture that is specifically for you, or
Hmm.
specifically
For your
for the
companion, yeah.
other person.
Hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because of course, yeah, we all put in, we all get out. But I'm talking about where it's not talking about the family or the house or your responsibility as a whatever. I'm talking about married 20 years, and I want to make sure my lady,
Hmm.
not just my wife, but sometimes that can get into the responsibility category,
It can. Right.
obligation
It
category.
really can. Yeah.
I'm talking about
Hmm.
my lady. I want her to know, or my man. I want him to know.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That I appreciate him. I take that I da da da.
And they do stuff like I'll take you out to dinner. You here? I'm gonna pay for your haircut today, your car wash.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get your pedicure today on me. I got you.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Don't try to.
I'm saying that's what you're saying. You
Yeah, but don't
that.
don't be masculine about it.
Hey, let me holler at
Yeah, don't be masculine about it.
you.
What up, Shayla? What's up, cousin?
Hey,
Cornelius, what's up, Cornelius?
hey.
All right. Jessica says I agree all natural. All right. Danielle says on my straight regular smegular days, I'm popping out here. Absolutely. Jocelyn says true. Some women are criticized for being in their natural form versus the glamorous side.
Mhm.
The glamorous side. All right, got it. Rakia says no. I got that. I was referencing when you were talking about the women looking to be kept.
Mm.
She says there is definitely a difference between responsibility and relationship. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica says maybe something happened in the relationship and he proposed with the intention to start over. Or maybe something didn't happen. Why
That
something
could
got
have
to
been a
happen?
backstory.
He got to be apologize,
It could
bro.
have been a
Make it up.
backstory, or he could just been. That's just him. He's a creative type of person. He likes to do those types of
See, I
things
don't like that either because you said that earlier when we were talking.
because that's
Maybe
just the
he's the
truth.
creative person. Maybe he's the creative one.
That's not an excuse. That's
Even
a,
if
a
she's not
valid point.
creative, you know how to make somebody feel love.
I'm just like, yeah, that's true. She probably does do something to make him feel love, which is why he rewarded her or responded with the way that he wanted to respond.
We're not talking this way. We're talking about the
I mean, let's
generality.
just okay. We can generalize
Generality
it now.
of men get less
Okay,
and women get the most.
all right, because we don't know the backstory, but yeah. Ooh.
What's up? All right. Ken says, but Lady M,
Mm-hmm.
some women are doing it. I've seen it happen a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. It was out of order, if you ask me. I guess they were trying to, be aggressive
Yeah,
and whatever.
yeah, I've seen it too.
Look at Danielle. Let me leave some cash on Lance nightstand tonight.
And you sound like me, girl. Hey, thank you. It's for you. That's
Why is it
it.
on her that he wants? Why is it on her that he wants to do? What?
Mm.
I didn't get that. What happened
Rephrase
again?
that, Rakia,
Why do
please.
you assume he doesn't feel love? Not true. No, no, I don't. Okay, wait a minute. Joe said, what's the topic of tonight? Well, the topic of tonight is just talking about how often men are giving, giving, giving. And especially not
It's
just
not
giving,
reciprocated.
but the grand gestures of candlelight dinners and rose petals everywhere, proposals and all that, and is rarely reciprocated in that manner from women. They receive, they receive, they receive, and if he's not giving like that,
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to find somebody else that is.
Whoa, boys, don't get no. I ain't gonna say it.
And if it's not if he's not doing that, she's trying to find somebody that is. And that to me that is just that's horrible
hmm
to me. All right, so wait a minute, let me go back. Did I miss something?
hmm
Oh, I was trying to figure out what Kia was trying to say. Let's see what Jessica said. Maybe something happened in their relationship and he proposed. Okay, right, got it. All right, Shayla says a man told me not to cut my hair because according to him, I won't get a man. My response was, I didn't get one for all the years my hair was long and straight, so I'm cutting my hair.
Okay, like child, what?
Oh!
He trying to say he won't be attracted to you or something? I mean, don't, you can't speak for all men,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly. So yeah,
hmm
it's really I just think it is wop lopsided because society, because culture says that you are the prize. And I'm gonna tell you all the truth. For me, I've always believed, and my baby is everything to me. But for me, I've always believed that I was not the prize, but I was definitely a prize. Like you and my grandma also believed I was the prize. My grandma said, anyway, you think what she said. Remember that?
Let's not go back down that way.
I always
hmm
knew and felt like, not felt like, I ain't even saying felt like, that's too passive.
Oh,
I
speak,
always
speak.
knew that I was a prize to get and to be in a relationship with. So
hmm
the, but it's often, I guess, learned by women or taught to women that they are the prize, especially their little vagina is the prize. And he's gonna jump over moons for it, and he will. He will jump over moons for it. He just wants you to jump over the moon back.
hmm
He would definitely jump over. So all right. So let me go to the second thing I was going to talk about. Lady M, you're going to get the proposal at 20 years. Wait for it.
Ah!
She cannot see it in the future.
Ah! It looks better.
You don't mess with me.
Ah,
Don't
that's
mess with.
she
Because
give
I'm
me
looking for a
that
proposal.
stuff. Dog.
Okay.
I'm not getting them with me, dog. You
Me?
gave that up.
You can hang that up.
We already there.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Okay.
Some women give just as much. It's just given in different ways. That's what Joseph said. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So here's the other thing. What do you all think is the greatest need for a man? The man's greatest need.
And Joe, what ways? Give me some examples of what ways that women give differently, so we can hear from a male's perspective.
Rakia says, "I have an amazing husband, but I'm the prize."
Ew, ew.
What do you say, babe?
I agree.
You agree what?
I have an amazing husband. I'm the bride.
That's right. I have an
Tell your
amazing
grandmother
wife.
that. Tell your grandmother that.
I have an amazing wife. Can I say that? See, now if I say that last bit of the sentence, I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
I'm not, because I'm actually
Those are
right.
your feelings,
It's
and your
not feelings.
feelings are valid.
Not feelings.
You
So
feel
not feelings.
okay. Those are your thoughts. Your thoughts are valid.
It's a fact.
Did you hear me?
All right. Good evening. Hey, Sharon.
Hi.
So Danielle says loyalty. I'm sorry. Danielle says respect. Rakia says loyalty.
Those are the examples.
She's fine.
Okay.
You can say it, but so
Eh,
they're saying that this is the greatest need for a man. Rakia says
mm.
loyalty, and I must have already said this. And Danielle says respect. Jocelyn says love, honesty, respect. So the reason I just came up because I was with a gentleman Saturday, and he said to me that the greatest need for a man. Let me see if y'all agree or not. Is sex. Jessica says respect, loyalty, and feeling love.
Big. Hey, girl.
Who's that? What up, Victoria? Hey, did you see this picture? She went out on this date
Mm.
with some old ugly dude.
The dude was in the picture?
She won't show
I
him in
didn't
the
think
picture.
so. Okay, then how you know?
She won't show him
My
in the
dog
picture.
could have just treated herself to dinner.
No, I asked her. She said it wasn't a solo lunch. What
Girl,
up, AJ?
oh my God.
I'll be hard headed about it.
Oh my God.
Shayla says there is one man I was involved with who always appreciated when I paid attention to him talking about the things that he was passionate about. So Jocelyn says she disagrees with the guy.
Hmm.
Erica says always feeling like a man in the marriage relationship.
Hmm.
Jessica also says that the greatest need for man is sex. She says that's not true.
Hmm.
And Erica says that the greatest need is always feeling like a man in a relationship, marriage. All right. All right. So I believe that the greatest need for a man is honor and respect. What made me think about it because but Erica just said always feeling like a man in the marriage relationship. I'm not necessarily sure what that means, but
It's broad.
it's
It
very broad.
encompasses a lot.
Because honor and respect is not about making you feel like a man. And I say that I was doing that noise because a lot of women can think that way. If a man doesn't feel like a man, that ain't gonna do it to you.
Hmm.
If he needs to feel like a man, then that's a personal problem.
Hmm.
Because then he'll always be bleeding his insecurity on you to make him feel like a man. It don't matter what Marquita does, I know I'm a man.
I get, some people feel like their men can be emasculated by their companion because they're constantly, tearing them down and not really building them up.
Right, and that goes back to honor and respect.
Correct.
That's why I was doing that notice. There's a fine line
It is.
between making him feel like a man and
Mhm.
honor and respect.
Mhm.
You can't make him feel like a man.
Mhm.
You can celebrate his manhood,
Right. I was gonna say that.
and
Mhm.
you can respect him and
Mhm.
respect his manhood, but you can't make him feel like a man.
Mhm.
If he doesn't feel like a man, and if you did this and he didn't feel like a man, that's because he didn't feel like a man before you did that. Or if you
Or
didn't
we
do
weren't
this
confident.
and he said, "I don't feel like a man," but that you maybe not feel like a man. He didn't feel like a man before you didn't do that. Does it make sense?
Mhm.
Because here's the thing, and I'm actually trying to be careful with my words because I know the way to do it, and I'm trying to do it the way most people do it. Most people say you made me feel like I wasn't a man,
Mhm. Or less than.
or less than, or you made me feel less than a man. That you made me
Mhm.
is canceled out. You can't say that because you Anything outside can't make you do nothing.
Mhm.
So you didn't make me feel bad. You didn't make me feel less than man. You didn't make me feel angry. The actual way to say it is to own it. I felt less of a man. I
When.
felt angry.
Mhm.
I felt sad. Not you made me feel sad.
Right.
That's the wrong way to do that because that's putting the blame on somebody else.
Mhm. Because you control your own
You
feelings,
control your own feelings.
and you're triggered by whatever. What you could say, oh, whatever they said triggered these feelings, and da 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 da. Well, why?
Right, which had
Why?
nothing to do with you. It's
Mhm.
something happening already on the inside of them before you, and
Mhm.
will continue to happen after you. Right?
Mhm. Mhm.
All right, go ahead.
Joseph says, love and loyalty submission is, I guess, what what men need. But he gave examples of household duties, cleaning and cooking.
So that
As
cancels it out. Joe, I'm using with you when you
yeah,
say household cleaning and cooking. So let me just, before I
I
jump on
mean,
you, what
yeah,
does that even mean? Household cleaning and cooking. Because
cause
if
for
household cleaning and go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
If household cleaning and cooking are examples of loyalty, what was it?
Submission.
Submission and love, then we
Those
got a problem.
that's the expression. I guess that's the way women give back household cleaning and cooking. That type of those are some of the examples that he gave. I mean, you could do that
Yeah, I
on your
no, yeah.
own,
I need you
and that's
to
those are more
not need you.
responsibilities.
Exactly,
Those are
those
more,
responsibilities.
yeah, because you gotta clean, you gotta cook, y'all gotta eat, and you don't want to live in no dirty space. So, I mean, unless that is all that you feel is required in order for you to feel they love you, I go out and do this, or those are examples of caretaking.
And that may
Okay,
be, he says what?
he said
No,
no, those are examples of
yeah,
caretaking.
caretaking, because that could be, hey, I got the bills and all that. Just make me feel like you got me. I got you 100%.
Right, but
Just
you
make me
just
feel
take
that you
care of
got
all this
me. But those, that goes
domestically.
back to the categories of
It
responsibilities.
is.
That's your responsibilities. I got these responsibilities.
Right.
But aside from all the responsibilities,
Hmm.
suppose we have nothing. We don't have a home. We don't have any of that. We just got, well, that's not good. That's not good. But aside from all the responsibility, because I say that's not a good example, because one of the greatest need of a woman is stability and security,
Insecurity. Yeah, I was
right?
gonna
So
say
we got no house, ain't no
it's a
stability, no
problem.
security. But
Ding
anyway,
ding ding. It's a problem.
red flag.
Right. Okay.
But those are examples of responsibilities. Aside from, you take responsibilities out of the equation. I need you to love me,
How do you do that?
right?
Hmm.
Because suppose we hire somebody to do all that, to take care of the house, take care of this, take care of the food and all that, and it's just us. So if you don't have to do any of that, then what do I get?
What are other caretaking measures to
Forget
feel
caretaking. I need
love?
you to caretake nothing.
I get it.
I need you to love me as a person
Hmm.
and express your love to me, so that I know that you still rocking with me. I know that you still want me. Not that you want to feed me.
Hmm.
Not that you want to make sure I got on clean clothes. You are not my mammy. Take the responsibilities out of the way, because sometimes the whole relationship can be built on these responsibilities,
Hmm.
and you forget about the person.
Hmm.
All right. Oh, we got to. All right. So Rakia says, feeling like a man and getting flowers, evidently. All right.
Hey,
So
sorry.
are the honor and respect are the greatest need of, or I say need of a man because they coincide.
Hmm.
I agree with that. Honor and respect, yes. Jocelyn says it goes back to the vows for ritual for signal. And so get a housekeeper and chef. Got it. All right, cool. Now, because some of y'all gonna be ass out. You get I mean,
Well,
yeah, out of luck, you get a housekeeper and chef. Especially if that's all. If that's your thing, and that's how you express your love, because you're not because you need to be able to receive everything else. If all you got is housekeeping and a chef and some vagina, and you go through menopause and you get a housekeeper and a chef,
Cedric put his 2 cents in.
what's that you said?
Read that. I can't read it.
All right, wait a minute. F all this love talk, respect me and screw me.
Cedric. Where's Jasmine?
Cedric, lift your hands.
Okay.
Let's
All this love talk. This married man. Oh
you
my
need to repent.
God. Oh no.
Because now don't let Cedric get y'all in trouble. Because here's the reality: a man knows he can screw anything.
Anything that got a hold that'll let him.
So if all he needs is to be screwed, he will do that. And there's no love there. There's no attention there. He can screw and like y'all say, put some money on there or buy you some flowers and keep going.
Hmm.
So if it's just screw me and uh you don't talk to him, you don't know him, you don't support him, you don't rock with him, you don't laugh with him, you don't dance with him, you don't rub his head, you don't buy him stuff like he buy you stuff and all that. And even if
It,
it's not about purchasing money gifts, go ahead.
I said most companions. Excuse me, y'all. Most companions want to feel like you're in this until the end with them. They want to feel like you will hold them up, almost like Joshua was saying, the richer for poor, sickness and health. They want to feel like you have their back in everything. They want to feel loved, and they want you to show them, expressions of love. A card, cooking and cleaning, all that stuff. Yeah,
That's
that's
responsibility.
that's responsibility. Those are duties that you take on. Um, but dating, pretty much, courting.
Right.
Never stop doing it.
Because
Never
here's the
stop
man.
dating. Never stop courting, because there is a man that. Go ahead.
Here's the man. A
Hmm.
man gives, he does want to
He
receive.
wants
It's
to
not
receive.
just vagina. When a man gives and he's always giving and giving all these gestures, he ain't doing just because he's doing it because he wants to see that big happy smile on your face and he wants to see how you melt
Respond to
and
that.
respond
Yeah.
and he wants to be like I know she got me too. You know
Yeah.
she's going to in her own way. You know she's
Hmm.
gonna do her thing. And here's the reality though: if he keeps giving, he's gonna think in his mind. You know what? I bet if I do this if I did this stuff with her, man, I know she would have, did this, she would have did that. She'll be doing this for me, she'll be doing that for me if
Hmm.
I did it to her.
Hmm.
Because I ain't getting it back here.
Hmm.
And then his mind starts wandering.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And he may think, dang, man, boy, I know now had I did that with her, I mean, I
Hmm.
know she would have had me blah blah blah.
Yeah, and it's not a whole, it's not a formula, or a gimmick, a magical gimmick. When I get her, I know it's not a trick, a manipulative thing. It's just, I mean, almost like Danny says, it's like a silent competition type thing where I love this person and I want him to know I love him the most. No, I love you the most.
Right.
You can make it into a little game or
It
whatever, but
is.
that's why I say dating and courting, because all those feelings that you had when you were dating and courting, and just the stuff that you wanted to do to let the other person know, especially us women, and if you with your companion, you want to let your companion know, listen, I love you, I appreciate you, I just wanted to thank you, whatever. Just small little just because gift, nothings. We need to do that.
Yes. It's time to go. You got Diane talking about vagina. It's time to go. She's talking
What?
about the smile can come with vagina as an extra perk. Hey, listen, that's an automatic perk, not extra perk. That vagina need to
Automatic.
come. If you go to smiling, let me see. Are you smiling?
Wait a minute, I'm trying to read it.
It's right here. It's right here, sweetie.
What, child? As an extra perk.
Yeah. If you go to smiling, if I make you smile,
That's, oh boy.
it come with vagina.
Girl,
The comedians
true.
say all the time. We talked about it before. Comedians say all the time, but if I can get her to laugh, I got her.
That's what, yeah. A lot of them do say that. Mm-hmm.
That's why you can't be laughing at
What
everybody.
Jocelyn say?
Because men think laughter
Equals
after
cuckoo.
laughter. What did it say after marriage come? What's it, after
First come
3? Yeah.
love, then come marriage, then
Then
come
come
the
baby
baby
and the
baby
baby
carriage.
carriage. First come joke, then come laugh, then comes vagina.
Be quiet.
All right. I believe my husband seen a different side of love and support when he had a hip surgery. I literally had to do everything for him, and he literally broke expressing how
How
much
much?
he appreciated me being by his side through it all. That's beautiful, Josh.
Very beautiful. Oh,
Cedric says dating is so much fun. It really brings you closer.
that's
Yes.
true. That's true.
What up? Is that Alex?
Hello,
Thanks so
Al.
much for your teaching. I pray love finds me one day.
One day
So
soon.
stop thinking about it being some futuristic. Hopefully, it will. Just say it will, and it
Yep.
will.
Hmm.
Danielle says, Lance said, you can't give me something you gave someone else and call it a perk for me.
Oh, now she got to be a virgin, Lance. Dang, God.
I don't know what happens
she
to a
can
perk.
say she can say the same thing. She can say the same thing. Oh, are you talking about the smile? Which I mean, I automatically went to the genitalia. Which are you
I just
talking
want
about?
y'all to know,
Because
I just want everybody to see that Marquita smiled a few times tonight from me. According to Diane, smile comes
boy,
with.
oh my gosh. Anyway, what were kids say? Correct. I mean, it could be the same way. Danny, she
Lance
don't
has
want. Danny
always
say she
been
don't
my
want.
role model. Yes!
Oh my
Lance has
God.
always been. Danisha, you are late. What's going on with you? You late to the party. Listen, share this. We're done, Danisha. Y'all share
Don't
this.
do it.
Share this. We over time. We way over
Oh,
time.
we are.
Share this.
Eee.
Share this. It's gonna be on YouTube. Y'all go check out YouTube. How Make Love Work. We got a whole lot of stuff there as well. Thank y'all for rocking with us. What's up?
I'm listening to you. Oh boy.
Well, you turned around.
Oh boy.
Turned around real nice there.
Talk to the people.
I got your
See?
attention. You was liking
Diane, what you done started,
you were
girl?
liking the resonance of my voice.
I swear.
What do you say? They listen to the
She
president line.
she worked till 9:30. Oh, she always catch it later because she work until
Oh,
9:30.
okay. She calls there trying to get me together.
Just
Danisha, don't try to come for me.
ah, it's past her bedtime.
Diane says she's smiling.
Okay.
Yes, it's past my bedtime.
Oh, go ahead and start, girl.
Go and go to bed. Good night, y'all.
Good night,
Hey,
everybody.
y'all share this. Share
Give
this.
her a kiss.
If you have not, oh, we ain't did that in a while.
I know you be.
Listen, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go over there now. Subscribe. Need y'all to hit the button.
Hey, talking about Mr. Nasty time, lady. Good night, y'all.
Bye.